Hey everyone, and welcome to tonight's lovely, relaxing, grounding meditation that we're going to do here in the self-healing meditation circle. Um, so we're going to start with getting ourselves nice and comfy, and this is going to be one of those ones similar to a chakra balance where I just close my eyes as well and um, allow whatever comes. So there's no pre-planning for this one, but we're basically gonna, I feel like tonight we're gonna sort of go on an adventure underground, and it's a way of connecting our mind and our body to the earth, because when there's so much, every day we're thinking about things, we're doing things, we're talking to people, we're interacting with people, we're planning, we're contemplating what happened in the past, worried about what things are going to happen in the future. And that's that monkey mind, and it sends all the different neurons firing in our brain, increases the stress hormones, the adrenaline and the cortisol, and ends up for some of us getting a nice little I call it a cortisol belly, because that's where your stress hormones sit, in your belly, which is funny, not funny. um, it could also be because I've been eating too much food while sitting down studying. We'll just blame the stress hormones. um, so yeah, it's really important to do meditations like this one, because it actually gives your nervous system a chance to calm down, and which then allows the adrenals to calm down, and all the other hormones that are out of balance will all start to calm down. And by actually imagining that we're a tree and imagining that we're going through the earth, that's quite visual, and so your brain automatically gets this relaxed, calm sensation. So if you wanted to have a sip of water before we begin, or your tea, you're welcome to. Okay, so if you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes and just allow all of your senses to come inward. And by that, I mean consider how your body is feeling. Consider if there are any aches or pains that you notice. Sometimes when we close our eyes, our feelings become more prominent as well. You might realize you're feeling grateful and happy. You might realize you're feeling a little sad. And did you also notice that when we close our eyes, we can hear the sound of the cricket, or the sound of our neighbors, or the sounds of other people in our home or our pets? The other senses become more open and available when we close our eyes. Now just checking our posture, whether you're sitting down or lying down. Make sure you have a straight spine. And if you're sitting up, your legs might be crossed, or your feet might be flat on the floor. And then just have your neck tilted at that comfortable level, neck tilted and chin tucked, and your hands resting comfortably in your lap. I'd like to you to visualize in your mind's eye that you are a beautiful cherry blossom tree. Imagine that we are in Japan, where they traditionally celebrate the Cherry Blossom Festival. There are lanterns in your branches. The sun is slowly setting. You have beautiful blossoming cherry blossom flowers, pink, white, dark pink, and all the shades in between. Your branches are firm and strong, for you're quite a wise, old cherry blossom tree. And all of the branches are almost twisting as they come down into the trunk, which is the trunk of your body. And as you look out, being your cherry blossom tree, you can see dozens and dozens of families and friends and people, children, dogs, laughing and playing, sitting under their picnic rug. And the conversations you're hearing are of people sharing the fable of the cherry blossom tree. In Japanese culture, they celebrate the blossoming of the cherry blossom tree because it's a reminder to stop and celebrate the beauty of life. So often we just have so many things to do that even when something good happens, we actually don't stop and take note of it. We might not be grateful for it or appreciate it because we just keep moving on the roller coaster of life. So the Japanese created this festival as a reminder for their culture to stop, to get together, to celebrate, to take photos and enjoy the wondrous beauty of the cherry blossom tree. But it also reminds them that yes, in spring, the cherry blossom tree is abundant of flowers and fruit, and it is amazing. It's a sight to behold. But come winter, the cherry blossom tree is bare. And so, in your mind's eye, just allow all of those cherry blossoms to fall bare, to fall onto the ground. And as you're allowing them to fall, just allow anything that you need to let go of, to loosen any tension of, to just drop away. And now stop and take a look at yourself. You still have this beautiful tree trunk, but now you can see the intricacy and the majesticness of your branches, how strong they are, how they twirl and curl. But from a distance, somebody might look at the bare cherry blossom tree and they might just walk straight past it, for there's nothing of beauty to see. But what the Japanese fable reminds us is that just as in spring, the cherry blossom tree was full of life and colour and beauty that represent our good times, that the winter bare cherry blossom tree represents our hard times. It represents our suffering, our sadness, our challenges, and our struggles. And the Japanese get us to consider this because often we get caught up hoping that life will only be as beautiful as our blooming tree in spring. But all of nature, all living things go through cycles. They all go through ups and downs. They go through the blossom and they go through the bare harshness of winter. And just as spring starts to come, that brings life to the cherry blossom tree, that reminds us that when we go through our darkest, deepest, hardest times, that this too shall pass, and that soon enough our spring will come, and slowly little shoots will appear and little cherry blossoms will appear. And as we stop and notice those, before we know it, we are experiencing some good and happy things as well. So I'd like you to take that thought into your meditation this evening. Helps cutting yourself some slack if there's a lot going on for you right now. Knowing that soon enough, your spring will come again and you'll have a chance, perhaps this time, to sit back and recognize the wonderful things that happen because you made it through the harsh times. But the other trick here that the Japanese fable teaches is it teaches us not to grasp on to the good times. Because if we grasp onto the good, we're going to be in shock when all of the blossoms fall off. So I'm going to leave you just to mindfully observe your breath. Allow your roots within the cherry blossom tree to extend out and ground. And to contemplate some good things that are happening. Contemplate some challenges that are happening. And as you contemplate each item, allow that to be a root. And as you're thinking about it, allow that root to grow down and to get firmer and stronger into the earth. And then come up to the branch, find another cherry blossom or perhaps a bare branch. And then just allow your mind to choose if it's something that you're grateful for in this moment or a challenge that you're aware of that you're going to give back to the earth, the Mother Earth, to help you with. If thinking is too much tonight, remember you always have your breath to come back to. And you can just mindfully observe your breath, the gentle inhalation, the natural retention, and the gentle exhalation. Perhaps you might see all of the good things that are happening in your life as cherry blossoms and allow those to pop up. Each of the people in your life whom you love, each of the moments that you laugh, all of the things in your home, in your work, in your family relationships that you're grateful for. All of the times that you sit down to do meditation, every time you read a book or listen to a podcast, something that feeds and fuels your mind. Every time you exercise or do yoga, every time you're with friends and you laugh so hard that you cry, or that you play with children and enjoy their laughter. And see if you can keep your tree balanced. So balancing the challenges that you are grounding and seeking help with balancing those with the good things that you are allowing to go through some other roots into Mother Earth. So now together, let's just bring to mind one, two, or three of the challenges that you've got in your life at the moment, and placing each of them on a root, on a tree root. And let's imagine your trunk, how sturdy and strong it is, how when the wind of challenge blows, the trunk still remains firm and stable. And then picking these one, two, or three items, just giving them a little one, two, or few word label. Now let's imagine those roots coming from your leg, moving down into the earth, spiraling down, spiraling through the soil, twisting, turning, moving further away, moving down through the clay. And repeat the labels that you've given them. I'm sending away my issues of letting them go lower and lower and deeper. Imagining that you're kilometers and kilometers down into the earth, going through the layers of rock, and more kilometers down, and how dark and clammy it is. As you find some water, and you go through that water, and more layers of the earth's crust going down. Imagine that you've made it all the way down to the center of the earth, allowing your mind to expand to how many kilometers, how many thousands of kilometers away that is. And then here, just bring your awareness back to your body and just notice how it feels. Do you feel a little bit lighter? Did you just allow some space between you and those problems that you're having? So let's just wheel our roots and allow those problems to fall into the molten lava and burn. And say each of their labels. You might say, I'm letting go of, or goodbye, or insert the name, the label. And now, as we start to allow our roots to come back up, I want you to say, I allow so many opportunities to come my way. And as you're bringing your roots up through those thousands of kilometers, keep saying, and if you can, say it aloud, I allow so many opportunities to come my way. Your higher self will know in what area of your life you need those opportunities to allow you that freedom, that sense of safety, that sense of security. Keep slowly bringing your roots up, coming through the rock, through the water. So many opportunities are coming your way. Feel the abundance arise as the roots move through the clay, coming up through the soil, dancing their way up. Again, hearing the laughter and the playfulness of all the beautiful people that are picnicking around our trees, that are sharing love and laughter, that are reminding themselves of the lessons of life that happen. And then allow those feelings to move back into your body. So many amazing opportunities are coming our way. Taking a nice deep breath. And looking up at the abundant number of cherry blossoms we have blooming. Casting our eye over the things that we are grateful for. Look at how enriching and amazing our life is. And even when there's suffering and stress and heartache, that there's still beauty to behold. And taking another breath. Perhaps feeling a little tingly, more relaxed, ready to go along with the rest of your evening. Let's just take 3 more breaths at your own pace. With each breath, slowly becoming more aware of your surroundings. And if you'd like, you're welcome to slowly open your eyes. And for the purposes of the recording, I will wrap up here. So if you're coming out of your meditation, just allow yourself to maybe gently stretch and to smile because you're done. The hard part is over. And hopefully you'll go ahead and have a lovely night's sleep tonight. And just ending the recording. Good night, everyone.